Hello and welcome to the June 27th stream of Skin Deep Development. I am Brendan Chung, and today we are gonna work on a little thing I've been doing. So here's a little ventilation door, and when you press it, it doesn't do much right now, but hopefully soon it will open the door. It'll do a couple things. It'll open the door, and then it'll automatically move you into the little vent shaft area. So the idea is to kind of make it really easy to duck away into this little hidden area beneath the floor. So we're kind of encapsulating a bunch of things into just one button press. Right now, what it does is opens the door and makes you crouch. So the last step is to move the player's body from point A to point B inside here. But before that, I want to talk about a little thing I've been working on, which is the AI of the game. So one behavior that I wanted to do was for bad guys to be able to have bad guys be distracted by where you last were, and for them to keep attacking that position, and then to be able to kind of flank around them. So here's a little bad guy just hanging out down there, and I'm gonna wake him up. Oh, he's angry, he's mad. And so this is the last known position that the bad guy saw me. They're gonna continue firing at that spot. And so you can see I kind of circle around, and he still doesn't know that I have relocated. And so the behavior is that they will keep firing at the last known position that they've seen you when they lose track of you. And I think that'll be kind of fun to play with. I think it's fun to kind of fun to mess around with AI and to kind of balance how smart and how dumb you want them to be. So I'm kind of having fun exploring that. All right, so let's try to work on making the player move from point A to point B. All right, let me reacclimate myself with this doing. I'm going to open up the files that we want to work on. Okay, so when you frob the door, frobbing is when you interact with the thing. You frob it, it checks if the player wants to enter the vent, and if they do, then we then we tell them to dash into this position inside the vent. We call it dash to command. Dash to leads to here. And all we have right now is we're forcing the player to duck down for 500 milliseconds. The reason for that is we had a problem where, because the door needs to open, the player enters it, and the problem is the player is crouched inside the vent, but the door over them is still open, so that gives them room to stand up. So what we're going to do is kind of force them to stay crouched and wait for the door to close over them. That'll kind of help things a little bit cleaner. Okay, so I think what we want to do is make a new function called -2. And it's going to have an argument of the destination. Dash, paste that down. Okay. So here we want to just shove the player from point A to point B in a really... I think we're just going to LARP them from point A to point B. Going to try to do it as unfancy as we can. Where am I going? I want to check the... There we are. Update clamber. All right, let me see how we are doing this. Get clamber lerp. Okay. All right. So we're doing it pretty simply. That's good, I think. Okay, let's start setting up our variables then. So we want a integer for dash state. We want to set up a enumerated list. Dash state none, dash state dashing. That's all we need. Yeah, that sounds right, I think. Okay, so we're going to set our variables. We're going to set them to a nice empty state. So Doom, this is the Doom 3 engine. It uses C++, and if you do not kind of initialize your variables to a value when you create them, it gives them garbage values, which took me a while to realize. I didn't know it did that at first, so it was very helpful when I did learn that. And so whenever you have a variable, you want to set it to a default value, just so you don't get garbage values. Okay. Integer dash timer. Let's set to 0 also. Okay, all right. What else do we need? Move. Okay. And I think we should make a update function. Update dash. And here we do else if dash state is not none. Do that. And down here, we make our dash function. Okay, so far so good. Oh, right. One other thing I forgot. We want a dash. What am I going to call this? Origin dash destination. Okay. Okay, all right. So far, so good. Good. All right. So I'm gonna compile it. So let's write some code. All right. So when you start the dash, we set dash origin into, let's just copy some code here. Do that. Dash destination equals destination. And then we want to set the dash timer into current time. And dash state into dash state dashing. All right, so everything's all initialized. Everything's all set up to go. And now, in the dash update dash function, if your dash state is dashing, then go here. So we want to lerp them from point A to point B. We can kind of copy a bunch of this. Float lerp. Lerp equals let's see. Let's do this. Game local time is more. All right, let's do some math. So we want to get a value between 0 and 1 of how far the player is along their dash. And we have, the only variable we have is the dash timer. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a constant for how long is the dash. 300 milliseconds. Sure, that sounds fine. So let's see. What's the math here? Game local time minus dash timer. Divided by dash time. Let's test that out. Print lerp Okay, all right. And all right, let's see if our maths hold up. So we are gonna see if the correct values come up in the console. Oops, I forgot to call the function. All right. Here we go. Okay. What? Okay, this isn't working. All right, let's step through the code. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see if this is even getting called in the first place. All right, so dash update dash is not getting called. Why is not getting called? Are you getting called? You are getting called. Okay. Oh, that's why. Called the wrong thing. All right. Let's give that another shot. Okay. Cool. I'm in the void. Okay. Sometimes you enter the void. It happens. Oh, okay. So I'm entering the dash state, but I'm never leaving the dash state, which is a problem. Dash state equals dash state none. All right, so that should kick me out of the dash mode. Hey, that kind of worked. Let's check out our lerp values. 0.05, 1.01. Okay. Our maths is good. That's great. We'll do a check here. If lerp is more than 1, then clamp it to 1. So we're going to do a thing here where we make a ease out function. That's the function right there. I don't really understand the maths. I did not write that myself. It's from a website somewhere. And what this does is it, instead of going 0 to 1 in a linear speed, the cubic ease out makes it go at not a linear speed. It starts out fast and then it slows down as it reaches the end. And I like to use ease outs for to give things a little bit more personality, to kind of make things more readable sometimes. Because we want the player to, how do I explain this? The beginning of the movement doesn't really matter. We just want them to move to get to point B as quick as they can. But we kind of want, when they arrive at the destination, we kind of want to give them a little bit of time to kind of read what's happening and where they are and to orient themselves. And so the slowing down kind of gives them a little bit more time to digest what's happening. Although at 200 milliseconds, it just happens so fast, it doesn't really matter in this case. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh, sorry, 300 milliseconds. It happens so fast, we could even slow it down a little bit. Let's try it out with a slower time. So something else I did here was I turned the value of how fast you dash, into a constant. And the reason I did that is it makes the code a little bit easier to read and to maintain. Whoa. Wait, what's PM dash time? Oh, shoot. I'm already calling something else a dash. I should call this something else. Alright. I'll have to take care of that. Right, I was saying, like, I could have just turned this into a number, and it would work just as fine. The problem is, if I come back to this code, like, 2 months later, I'll have to kind of remember what this number meant, and like, why is this number here? What happens if I change it? Blah, blah, blah. So it's easier to just give it a constant name, and then I can refer back to it. It's like, oh, dash time. That's how long it takes to dash a thing. Anyways, I love constants. I think hard coding numbers in your code is makes it a little bit more difficult to read and maintain. Yeah, like even 500 milliseconds feels pretty good, I think. All right, so exiting the thing feels kind of weird. Whoa. Goodbye. Cool. Yeah, I like it. It feels pretty good. It's not super readable. It kind of feels like you are slamming your face into a closed door. I wonder... Okay. So there's a couple things I could try. I could try to add another state to the dash states. This is one of the reasons why it's helpful to do an enumerated list, is that you can pretty easily just add states to it and it's still readable. Like even if you think, oh, I'll just use a Boolean, I only need 2 states. Sometimes you'll just end up needing more states, so I think enumerated lists is something that I like to do. So I could make the player kind of like pause there for 100 milliseconds, 200 milliseconds. Wait for the door to open a little bit, then do the dash. Or something else we could try is, I'm using cubic ease out right now. I don't have it here. So something that you could also try is so right now it eases out only, so it starts fast and then goes slow. There's another, one of the ease outs you could also do is ease in and ease out. So that means it'll start slow and then go fast and then end slow. So that might give you some time at the beginning to kind of look at, to be able to kind of see the door open a little bit. I kind of have some concerns that the pause will feel bad. Because he kind of just won't be able to move for a short bit of time. And that doesn't really go over very well, I think. It doesn't feel good. Let's take another look at it. Yeah, it happens so quickly. Oh, Anton says the stream is just black for them. Yeah, I don't know. Looks okay from my streaming software. Maybe try reconnecting. I don't. Sorry, I don't really know the problem. I don't know how to fix that. Brax2 says, not that taking camera out of the player's control is always a good idea, but in this case it might work to force their view to turn away from the grate as they enter, like they're clambering it backwards, more naturally than face bombing the dirt. Huh, that's interesting. So, click it, it goes up. I don't know, I think it's kind of important to see the door opening. And I think we just gotta find a solution to not face bomb your face into the metal door. All right, you know what? Let's just try a little pause. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Added vent door. Okay. Yeah, let's try it out. So we're going to add a new state. It's going to call the dash state pause. And down here, I'm going to throw into the pause state. We're going to clamp. This doesn't feel good. Oh, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to clamp your position to the dash origin. I'm going to copy this lerp code. How long? 200 milliseconds. Okay, try that out. Something we could do is to I don't know if it's a good idea or not. So when you interact with the door, you're probably going to be looking like down at the ground or up at a shaft door that's in the ceiling or whatever. Something we could do is that when you enter the vent is to kind of gently turn their viewpoint to look straight. Ooh. What the heck? What's happening? Oh. Okay. So what's happening is the duck movement is happening immediately. I kind of don't hate the pause, but I want to see how it looks with the we get rid of the ducking. Get this, delete that, back in here, and put the force duck in here. How long? That long. Yeah, let's try it out. Let's take a look. It's not bad. Yeah, so now you can see the door opening. You could even maybe speed up a little bit. Like start moving as the door is half open. Ooh, it feels pretty snappy. Hmm. Not bad. Yeah, I like it. Feels pretty good. Like it's readable. You can tell what's happening. The door's opening. Then you're zipping inside it. Let's increase this time a little bit. It's a little bit short. Yeah, it feels good. Brax2 says, I'm enjoying the spring-loaded vent exit. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't know if it really fits with this game. It's very cartoony. It's very exciting looking. But like, I'm guessing if you want, like, it's pretty the opposite of stealthy. And I know this game isn't 100% stealth focused, but it kind of makes it hard to be a sneaky person if you're exploding out of a vent like a jack-in-the-box. That feels pretty good. So one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is it's just kind of like straight lerping you. So if you go at it from a weird angle, like, is it gonna clip into the floor? It happens so fast you can't really see it. So the other problem is, what is the other problem? Is if you build a little thing right here, little pillar. Let's see if this looks weird. What if it's like that? Then I go. It's a little bit strange. I mean, it's not the worst. I think it's going to cause some weirdness down the road at some point. But yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. That's acceptable. Cool. Yeah, the little delay, I think it's short enough that it doesn't feel like it's taking control away from you. Or leaving you as a big target. Yeah, good, great. I love it. So something else we want to do is to turn the player's viewpoint to not look at the ground when they enter the vent. And I have a function in here somewhere, but I don't quite remember what I called it. Something with the word pitch, I think. Set view pitch lerp. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. Here. Local, get local player. All right, what is a target pitch? 0. And the transition time is dash time. Yeah. Right up. Hey, feels pretty good. Kind of levels out your viewpoint or your view angle. Kind of gives a nice little animation too. I was thinking maybe we could orient the body so that also turns it to face down the shaft, but I think we don't really need that. Okay, yeah, feels good. Feels pretty good. I like it. Anton says, this means you can slip through a mouse hole into a vent, as long as you can frob it. Perhaps a good speedrunning strat. Yeah, so if you're looking through like a tiny little hole in the wall, but you can still frob the vent, then you'll kind of like just zip through it. I mean, we could do checks that like, I guess like a super basic one is you could do a trace line check from the player's eyeball to the center of the door. And if the trace line is clear, then to let them zip into it. But this is a problem that I don't. I'd rather wait to see if it actually becomes a problem. I think it might be fine. Okay, good. So far, so good. I like it. What did we do? That. Okay. Something I want to do is I want to rename this to not be dash, because I'm already calling something else a dash. So let's go through our code and rename our stuff. So Visual Studio has a very nice refactoring functionality. You can just press F2 on anything, and it will update it to a new name and find all references to it and rename it accordingly. Okay, if we don't want to call this dash, we'll call it, let's see, are we using zip anywhere? PK zip is being used here somewhere. All right. How about zipping? Update zipping. All right, looks good. We should change these also. State none. Let's check in here. We should rename this also. Ping 2. And rename you. Okay. Let's see if the refactoring worked. Hopefully it should just work. Hopefully just nothing should be changed except for the code. What was I doing? Last night I started playing a game called Furious Angels. It's really fun. It's like a twin stick shooter. You fly a little airplane around and you fight waves of enemies. One thing it does, so the mechanics are, it has a mechanic where if you stop shooting, your ship slowly repairs. I like how simple that is. Something that's really nice is that your ship like naturally upgrades itself over time. There's a little cooldown timer for the upgrades, and when you do an upgrade, like a giant spaceship infrastructure flies out of orbit and slams onto your ship and makes your ship bigger. It's really good. I was very surprised and really happy to see that. I was like, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, they did a good job. All right, yeah, it works. Good. Good. Oh, let's try out this event. Let's see what happens. Oh no. All right, let's fix that code. Excuse me. I think I know what the problem is. Let's see. Okay. If no live is found. Let's try that. Let's give that a shot. Okay. All right, so that works as it should. Kind of zips you right behind the door. We'll try this one. Okay. That also works. I guess it's a little bit weird. Well, I don't know. We should probably not fix it until we need it. So right now the vent kind of assumes you're entering a tight, confined space. But like right here, this is not like there's no ceiling that's forcing you to crouch. So when you do enter it, you kind of awkwardly crouch and then stand back up. So what we could do is do a check that checks if the area that you're entering requires you to crouch. And if it does, then it'll force you to crouch. But if it doesn't, then you just won't do that crouch check. Okay. Well, we'll make a to-do note in case we need that later. Only crouch if the area. Okay. Looks good. Great. Okay. What now? So we got to figure out what happens when you when you're inside the vent and you click on the door from the inside. I think the popping out of it is really funny, and there's something mega charming about it. But I think for this game, it might make more sense if the door just opened up and you had to manually exit it. Popping out does make our job a lot easier though, because we already have the tech for it. Yeah, I mean, I do want to give the player the option or the ability to stay inside the ventilation shaft, open the door, and kind of like peek outside. I don't want to force them out like a cork out of a champagne bottle. Okay, let's work on this. Side vent, and wants to open it. Oops. So there's something we got to figure out is that, yeah. So we got to find a way to keep the door open when you're blocking it. problem is kind of standing up, and there's a door right there. It's going to continually try to close on you, which looks stupid. Oh, so when I fob it from here, it thinks I am. It thinks I'm outside the door. Oh wait, no, it thinks I'm inside. Yeah, it thinks I'm inside the vent, because when I fob it, it ejects me out. Huh. Yeah, that should work. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, player's inside vent and wants to exit. So we make the door open. Okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to make a trigger that's at the location of the vent door. And if the player is touching that trigger, then we just don't allow the door to close. Yeah, let's do that. So I think the good news is that there already is a trigger, because I am inheriting off id door, and I think id door automatically makes a door trigger for you. I think. Or I thought it did. Hang on. Let's do a test. Let's see if the normal doors I have in the level automatically try to close on me. Here's the door. All right, so they do try to close on me. Okay. Let's take a peek in here. Actually, I think I'm going to call it a day for now. We'll pick this up next time. Cool. Thanks for hanging out with me in chat. It's a lot of fun. We got some good stuff done today. Pretty happy with this vent door thing. I think it looks good. Yeah, it works well too. I think it feels pretty good. I think it'll be kind of fun to be chased around by bad guys, then be able to zip into this little door thing. It'll feel sneaky. Cool. I will join you all next time, and I hope you will join me. And we'll make some more stuff. All right. Bye for now.